recent story of mine that I felt like I had an encounter with Christ happened last year, May 9th, 2017, and I had gone to confession that day, and I won't share what my sins were, but the priest had given me a unique penance, and he asked me to pray a rosary for everybody who was going to die in the next 24 hours. And I thought it was kind of a odd request and a pretty heavy penance, but nonetheless, that's what he asked me to do. And so I went home and I went for a walk, and it was a beautiful day, and I prayed my rosary, and I offered up for everybody who was going to die and their families in the next 24 hours. The next day on May 10th, I was at work, at school, and I received a call from my wife, and she was in tears, and she called me and said, "Joe, they can't find a heartbeat for our youngest son." And so I rushed over to the hospital and joined her at the ultrasound, and sure enough, we were given the news that our sixth child had passed away. And it was tough to swallow, and even though you had never met the guy, you just loved him so much already. So we scheduled our delivery of our deceased son, Patrick, the next day for May 11th, and we delivered this beautiful baby boy, and it was just a very special day, and one I'll remember just like the other previous 5 births of my children. And obviously it was with great sadness, but also great joy, knowing that our child was already assured heaven, which is our role as parents and goal as parents. And so the next day we had scheduled his burial. We wanted to give him a proper burial at Holy Cross in Escanaba. And before the burial, we went to Mass at our home parish, St. Joseph and St. Patrick's in Escanaba. And the gospel that day, and I'll paraphrase, says, "Do not let your hearts be troubled. You have faith in God. Have faith also in me. In my Father's house there are many dwelling places. If there were not, would I have told you that I am going to prepare a place for you? And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come back again and take you to myself." And through all of that, it just gave me such peace, knowing that the priest's penance was to pray for everybody who was going to die, not realizing that would be my own son, and then to have that gospel a few minutes before the burial of my son, Patrick Oliver, was just also gave us a great sense of peace, that this was all part of God's plan, and he knew that from the very beginning, that this was his plan for Patrick Oliver, and now I have a little saint in heaven interceding for us now. So Patrick Oliver, please pray for us. So what is your story, and how have you encountered Jesus?